You are standing in a crowded lobby, trying to point out a new colleague to your manager, or perhaps attempting to explain your own sudden fatigue to a team lead. You freeze. The English words are on the tip of your tongue, but you hesitate, afraid of saying something slightly off-putting. Accurately describing human beings and internal feelings requires a precise understanding of social grace. Every word carries a specific cultural weight, meaning your choice of adjectives signals your level of professional awareness. Selecting the right descriptive or emotional term acts as a buffer in conversation. It allows you to deliver necessary factual information while actively demonstrating respect for the person you are speaking with. Navigating these subtle distinctions allows you to maintain momentum in a conversation without hitting a wall of unintended social friction. This diagram maps out the 4 core elements used when building a character profile: stature, features, age, and overall impression. Looking at this chart measuring stature, we start with the objective facts. A person can be described as very tall, quite short, or, if they fall squarely in the middle, of medium height. Height is generally neutral territory. However, when we shift our focus to body composition, the vocabulary becomes highly sensitive and requires strategic selection. This matrix navigates body composition with tact. Slim is a polite compliment, and overweight is a neutral professional term. Bottom row terms carry high risk. Thin implies frailty, while fat is impolite for people, better reserved for describing animals. Describing a person's frame is an exercise in objectivity. Relying strictly on neutral terminology ensures your tone remains professional and courteous. This graphic zooms in on the specific details that create a visual identifier. We combine length and tone, like long blonde hair and fair skin, or distinguish individuals by facial hair, such as a mustache or a beard. This illustration breaks down the mechanics of expressing possession for these traits. You can state that a manager has a beard, or that a client has got dark hair. Both structures are completely correct and interchangeable. This timeline maps the stages of life. We categorize people moving from young to middle-aged and into later stages. Notice the correction. While old is technically accurate, replacing it with elderly provides a necessary layer of dignity and respect. This panel categorizes how we evaluate general attractiveness. Pretty is primarily used for women, while good-looking works universally. Average-looking is a safe, neutral baseline. The word ugly is a harsh, direct opposite to these terms and should be used with extreme caution. This cheat sheet outlines the exact formulas for gathering this information. We ask how tall, how much someone weighs, or how old they are to get specific metrics. To get a broad description, we ask, what does someone look like? Accurate identification relies on pairing these precise physical details with culturally respectful markers for age and attractiveness. Once we understand how to describe the people around us, we turn that descriptive lens inward. Accurately reporting our own feelings and immediate states requires a different set of linguistic tools. This emotional equalizer tracks the gradient of human preference. Our feelings exist on a spectrum from an intense hate up through a mild don't like, past a pleasant like, all the way to a deep, affectionate love. These amplifiers and softeners allow you to fine-tune those preferences. Adding really in front of like signals genuine enthusiasm. Placing very much at the end of a negative preference acts as a polite hedge, softening the impact of your dislike. This status dashboard categorizes our immediate internal states. We experience physical needs like being hungry or tired, situational reactions like being surprised or angry, and overarching mindsets like being happy or sad. This wellness check outlines the strict professional distinction for health. Well is the standard confirmation that you are healthy and capable. Ill is the specific signal you use to notify a team that a physical ailment is preventing you from engaging. Calibrating your emotional intensity and correctly reporting your physical status prevents misunderstandings, ensuring your colleagues know exactly where you stand. This visual lays out the mechanics of comparison. When evaluating options, the formula is simple. You prefer the first item to the second item. Precision also matters when reacting to good news. You are happy about an external event, like a new project launching, but you are happy for a person when celebrating their specific individual success. This summary highlights the social rules you must remember. Never use fat, thin, ugly, or old in direct address. Always pivot to their respectful counterparts: overweight, slim, average, and elderly. Choosing a polite descriptor over a harsh one, or accurately scaling your internal state, serves as a direct demonstration of empathy. This vocabulary provides the tools to acknowledge the dignity of others, fostering clearer relationships in every interaction.